Monday. We've been super busy all day. We dropped off all of our packages this morning at USPS. And we've been organizing the studio, cleaning up a bit, getting ready to trim. So I think we pop on for a little bit.
Forgot we went to the kiln space.
Forgot. Oh my gosh, it was a kiln space.
We're not even doing an
Oh
intro
my
right
gosh,
now. We're not even doing an intro right now. We're just doing what we're doing. Quick 2-hour live stream. Let's go.
Yeah. Alright, we are going to start trimming up, I guess, everything that we threw yesterday. So I'm going to start with the mini jars, get these little babies, trim them up, add little baby feet, and then we're going to move on to the bowls and do the thumbs. Killer! So these little guys is going to actually go right on the wheel head, not use the chamois. They suction on really well to the wheel head. So get this centered up, trimmed up. Use this little shirt form. This looks pretty nice and easy for us. There we go. Trims it down. Oh my gosh, right? All right, testing. Sorry, y'all, I didn't have that. I didn't have my mic on my shirt. Got it. All right, back at it. We are trimming up these tiny mini jars together that we threw yesterday. They all get little tiny feet on the bottom and our logo stamp. Let's see. So hit it with the sure form. And probably come in here. Just get rid of all of those lines that we create with the sure form, but you can use, this is just a nice little rubber rib. You can also use like a little loop tool, but just what we want to use right now. Just gonna come right in here and add our stamp to the base. A little bit of water. Baby powder so we don't stick to it. And then take our stamp right here, straight down, softly rock it back and forth. There we go. This guy pops right off. And we could just clean up the lip. I'm gonna leave them upside down. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them chilling here. We're gonna run through quick. Let's see what we can do. Sure form, make it go the correct direction. Nice. All the way up and around. Just create a nice curved belly. Nice. And then we'll hit it again with our rib tool. Smooth it out.
We got XIX in the chat says, great job, ma'am.
Yo, thank you. How we feeling
got
today?
Youth Speedster. This is so cool. And Droll Gamers. Clay art, nice.
Wow, thank you guys. What's good? Go. Hit it with a stamp. Pop it right off. Go. Let's clean up the base here. The little rim. Nice. Cutie little pies. Happy Monday, y'all. We threw all these pieces together yesterday. Let them dry, so now they're leather hard, ready to get trimmed up. So use a little bit of water to soften up the area so we get a nice crisp stamp, but a little bit of baby powder on the top helps the stamp not stick to the wet clay. Center it up. This guy usually comes with a handle, but I like to take the handle off. I feel like it's more comfortable without it. There you go. Straight down, rock it back and forth. Perfect little stamp right there. Center it on the wheel. For sure form again. Thank you guys for all the hearts in the chat. Making tiny baby mini jars to start off. Nice.
We got Joshua at the Goods Pottery in here.
Josh! How's it going, friend?
Actually, we need to make this matte black glaze again.
Yeah, I just figured it out. I re-looked at the glazy recipe that you created. Thank you so much for making that available to like look at again and check out. And like I was wondering, oh, do we replace the titanium dioxide with black or add black? And it says it there, all written down, to replace it. So definitely we have to make some more of that. It's like, it's time.
He did say magic sprinkles before the stamp.
Yes. So, I mean, with these guys especially, like, I don't want to apply too much pressure on the bottom because they end up cracking a lot. So if you just like wet the base with a sponge and then add a little bit of baby powder or cornstarch, you can get a really nice crisp stamp without it sticking to the stamp itself, especially because like our stamp has lots of small letters. That's one little trick we've learned.
He said, I saw the review and updated the recipe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like hit a comment on the glazy. Thank you.
We got Alden in the chat.
Alden too. You made it.
We got Timothy McGlynn says, awesome.
Oh, thank you, Timothy. Yeah, so like a little bit of water here. A little bit of baby powder. And stamper it. Straight in the middle. Press down softly, rock it back and forth. Nice crisp stamp. You don't have to press down too hard.
Alden said, Nick, please don't look at the time in the Philippines.
Oh no. Nick's definitely gonna look now.
I already know what time it is.
Yeah, what time is it right now here? 3? It's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the Philippines. Buddy, Alden, make sure you get your rest.
Joshua at the Goods Pottery said that he's live.
Ah! You're live right now?
What?
And you're talking to us? No way.
Is this the first live?
What?
Oh, snap.
What?
I got Joshua pulled up right here.
Oh my god, I gotta see. What are you up to, man? What? Hi! Yo, throw in.
I got Josh in the stream.
That is crazy. I got you. I'm looking at you, man. What are you making today? What's
I
on
gotta
the...
turn that audio on. Let me see what he's saying.
Yeah, I see what it's... I don't know if I can hear it here. Like tall tumblers. I like the measurement, the caliber that you use. I don't know what that's called, but... Is that me?
You gotta disconnect Bluetooth.
Ah! Okay, you go. Technology, man. It'd be wild.
Amanda T said, "This is so awesome to see creators supporting one another."
Oh, yes.
Definitely go subscribe to Joshua at the Goods Pottery.
Yes.
I believe this is the first YouTube live stream.
Nice. Yeah. Look like nice possible tumblers that he's creating. Yes? He says yes. I'm gonna have like feedback. It's not gonna work. Very cool, man.
Joshua's using a piece of garbage bag.
Oh, yeah?
Plastic
No,
piece
yeah.
of...
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Utilizing everything around you. I've seen that before with the plastic on the rim to like really crisp up the rim. That's cool. I've used a chamois before, but I end up just using my fingers. Are you throwing with porcelain or stoneware right now, Josh? Ooh. That's a nice glaze. Can you hear him?
Yeah, because it takes cutlery marks. So if I like ran a knife on there, it would take a mark.
That's so nice.
I can't wash it off. But I love the feel of the mat.
Yeah, it does feel really nice.
I'm also doing the same concept but in green.
Nice.
And same thing, like gloss on the inside. That kind of cascade, kind of whitish, surfy looking glaze
Nice.
on the outside.
I like the green a lot.
Taking all that inspiration from Swan City Ceramics.
There we go.
Showing us how it's done.
You're killing the game, Joshua.
Check out this mug.
Oh!
Swan City original.
Wow, thank you.
Over there and check out their channel if you haven't. Swan City Ceramics. It's awesome. Dude,
Wow. Thank
Josh
you
is
for
too
the high
kind.
regards.
We got 15 in the chat.
What's up, 15?
It got spooky. We're still waiting to drop our Oktoberfest video, so
Oh my goodness.
we've been super busy, but we're happy to be able to share it with everyone. It's a lot of fun. 15, we got Joshua at the Goods Pottery, first live stream over on his channel.
Go say hey.
So I don't know if you can hear me, but I feel like on that matte glaze, if there's enough PK in that recipe to take the bend right out.
Really?
So I took out the bend.
That's interesting. Yeah, we have some glazes that he said he took the bentonite out of the glaze, out of the matte glaze in the recipe.
I don't know, I'm always like kind of in the mode of cost savings.
For sure. I end up like putting bentonite in everything anyway.
Put 1% in, it won't affect the recipe much, but anytime you have over like 15% EPK in a recipe, then
15 said, "What's the word, y'all?" We're chilling. Monday, we got to the post office this morning.
Yeah, man. We did a lot today. We went to USPS, we went to the kiln space, we were throwing, we packed some orders, or we're trimming, we packed some orders. I did throw these 2 bowls this morning though, so I had to do that really quick, forgot about them. All right, nice little circle-y of all our minis.
You hear that?
No, I can't hear anything. Oh, sorry, let me put that up.
I said
Thanks.
about the rumor of Custer Feldspar going away.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, actually, like, Highwater Clays told us that they didn't have any more Custer feldspar, so we had to switch to a new chemical. I have it right here. Maybe you've heard of it. You can tell me. Custer feldspar. Oh, I have a new Gersley Borat. I don't know how to say it, Borate or Borat, and that's Gillespie. Oh, here it is. Custer feldspar is changing to G2100. What a fancy name. G2100. That's what we have available. So I don't know if you've heard of that before, but that's what we have to use now. Do you know like what the deal is with the mine? The Custer feldspar mine?
oh, G200. Yeah, that's a European. Yeah, it's a European, I think, sodium feldspar.
Well,
Custer is funny. They used to use Custer for. I know this is gonna sound insane, but they used to use it for lining the.
Just cover it
what?
with Custer. And when the bomb would go off, the low melting point of the glass would encase all the radiation. That's why they mined it. And once they stopped doing nuclear
Oh my
testing here in
God.
California, they closed the mine, and that's why we can't get it.
Mined it, and once they stopped doing nuclear testing here in California, they closed the mine, and that's why we can't get
That's why we can't get it. Wow. I wonder if they move to nuclear energy in the next few years, if they'll bring
But
back the
G200
mine.
is a good one.
How do you,
That's crazy.
yeah, question for you. Like, what do you think of the,
is a good
yeah, that's my question.
good one.
Yeah.
Good feldspar.
It's a good one. That's good to hear. That was my question.
We got Hugo Pierre Camarón.
Hugo. All right. I'm popping this guy back
It
on.
probably has a different amount of silica
Let's
in
trim up
it
these bowls.
compared to the Custer. Custer has very high silica.
Do you know about the Gersley borate? Very high silica. Gillespie. What do you know about Gillespie instead of Gersley borate?
Gersley's another one of those that I've heard is going away.
Kersley's another one of those that I've heard is going away.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
Everything's going away, huh?
I don't know what's going on with the mines, but like, yeah, they have a lot of chemicals that are like not getting mined anymore.
So for my own testing, I went to one called
The other one's
Maha
talc.
Beer.
Talc is like, what's up with talc? Talc's gone forever. Like, we had to.
Testing, I went to one called Maha Beer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maha Veer.
Talc is funny because
Maybe I'll write that down.
it's actually being used
Did you like
up
it?
in industry by the, I don't know, you know this, the green egg smoker? So the people who are making the green egg smoker are using up all the talc.
Yeah, the green egg smoker. No! The green egg smoker is going to be my demise. That's insane. Yeah, when they said
true.
that the talc was going out, we bought like
Oh,
20 pounds of it.
for
So
the
we don't
talc,
use a ton of it,
there's,
but
new talc.
definitely do
There's,
really like it.
Pioneer and they're-
For the talc, there's new talcs. There's like Pioneer and
It's totally
talc
fine. The
is
Pioneer
just,
talc's like, I
magnesium
think that's what we
silicate.
used before and they didn't have it.
So
I'm not
you could switch
100%.
for, potentially if you're using talc, we could do a chemical conversion and go to dolomite, or we could go with like low levels of magnesium carbonate.
Stream look good. Looks good, Josh. Audio's good.
Yeah, stream does look awesome.
Thanks, I copied your microphone.
Oh, you got the mic. Oh, I could. Yeah, that's why it really does sound good.
Yeah, he's got the road. That's what we're
I
talking
didn't
about.
see it. Nice. Is that a
Good.
custom clay print as well?
Road mic.
That's what we need.
Yeah. We bought them off the old interwebs and then had them embroidered. But what I've been doing is I bought these iron-on stamps, and so
That's awesome.
I went to Target and got some sweaters and
Oh,
then
nice.
ironed on some stamps.
Oh, nice. That's cool. I didn't know you could do something like that.
Yeah, we made 2 shirts one time.
Yeah, we have made 2 shirts.
A long time ago.
Oh,
We've
man.
been meaning to make some stuff.
I got a little misfit hat too, but yeah, we gotta get some merch.
So
What's on the
I just wanted
agenda
to tell you,
today,
when you switch to G200,
Joshua? What do you have? What's on the list
it
to
might be
do
worth a little bit of a test.
for throwing?
I just wanted to tell you, when you switch to G200, it might be worth a little bit of a test.
Oh, on the list, I threw like 20 bowls this morning, and I'm just gonna do, I don't know, maybe 12 cups and then 12 mugs.
I threw like 20 bowls this morning, and I'm just gonna do, I don't know, maybe 12.
I'm waiting for the kiln to cool down.
Nice.
I'm waiting for the kiln to cool down.
What type of test for the?
Yeah. What Definitely. What type of test are you referring to for the
Anyway, back to the G200 thing.
G100
The extra
and why?
silica may actually be
Thank
very
you.
helpful on some of your glazes for crazing. Because amorphous silica, the stuff that is melted in our glaze, the more of it we can put in there, the lower the expansion of our glaze.
I like that.
Which is probably why
I do like that.
the supplier switched it over to the G200 because Custer is known to have very high silica already. But if you just take your recipes on Glazy, you can go in there and just click on Custer and then pull up G200. And if you do the calculator first and then copy, so you'll have like 2 versions of the same recipe, then you can substitute the G200 for the Custer, and you can see on the map where the new recipe is compared to your old recipe. It shouldn't be that far off, but it can give you an
Bob
idea
Harrison in the chat.
of what might happen.
Up, Bob
For
Harrison.
example, with your
Good to have you
black
back.
matte glaze, the Custer puts us right on the 5-to-1 line, you know, like 4.8 or 4.9. So it's not fully matte, but we can't go any further to the left because we have no silica in it now. But so that being said, with the G200, if that has more silica, you might end up seeing that glaze go a little bit more shiny with the G200.
What is up, Bob Harrison? Appreciate you being here. He said, dang, all of you potters are on now.
Yeah, I think I saw Chad was on. Chugs is live.
Is Joel live? Everyone's
I don't
live?
know. Everyone's live right now. Oh man, I wish we could all like
Well,
have
Bob,
a
I'm
Mod
not sure if you're
Podge.
familiar with Joshua at the Giz Pottery. I just dropped the link in the chat there. This is his first YouTube stream, but he's been in the community for a while. So
It would
add
be
another
sweet
one to the list.
Have all the potters on at once.
We're gonna have a 24-hour pottery channel live.
Seriously, right? All right, we got our first matcha bowl trimmed up. We have 20 of these to get through today, along with a couple of other things. Let's see if we can get them all done before our cutoff time today. Let's see. Just find the driest ones first. It's been kind of cold here, so drying the pots is taking a little bit longer than typical.
So we hooked up
Yeah,
to
I
a...
just wanted to also say, when I figured out that you weren't using bat pins, I know I made a big deal out of it in the chat, but seriously, my head exploded.
When I figured out that you weren't using bat pins, I made a big deal out of it in the chat, but seriously, my head exploded.
That's so funny. It had a little bit of a learning curve at first, and sometimes it does get a little slippery. You lose a bat. You just got to keep your surface clean, and man, it makes it so much easier. It's like having the bat system without having to purchase all the crap that go with it to go with it.
Yeah, we don't have the fancy equipment.
Don't need it, man.
Oh yeah, just being able to use a variety of different bats with no pins. That's awesome.
Bob Harrison said you do beautiful work on telling about your teaching skills also.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Bob.
Talking about your teaching skills.
Wow.
This is a big day. We dropped a short this morning.
Yeah.
We're going to be here, a live stream, and we got a video dropping later.
Video dropping
Trifecta.
later.
We're trying to drop a short every day this week. So let's see if we can do it.
Definitely can do it. Just gotta stay consistent on our game, A game. Joshua, are you currently using the chamois system? Or the bat mat?
Yeah, I have a bat mat, but it's like you described last night. I'm using it like underneath this bat to keep it from shaking around.
Oh, it still has holes for it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So your pins are in there or not?
Yeah.
They are. Gotta try with no pins. Go crazy.
Yeah, got pins. Yeah, I know. I know. I've been throwing pots for like 25 years, and I did not know that you didn't need them.
I mean, it definitely helps when you're using, especially big.
So I got to start hanging
Big
out with the real pros like you all.
I end up putting the clay disc down instead of just the chamois, but.
I mean, we're in a pottery van right now.
Oh yeah.
We're pottery van level.
Pottery van
Bob
life.
Harrison did say, is it difficult to make a short on YouTube?
It's not difficult. It just takes the time and effort. We just have to have the dedication to do it. What do you think?
I mean, it can be difficult depending on the level of,
True.
you can make it as difficult as you want, but yeah, just
True.
remembering to do it and committing to being consistent to do it. That's the
Consistency.
probably most difficult part.
Definitely. It's with anything. All right, let's add the stamp right here. It's a little wet, a little bit of baby powder creates this like non-slip surface, non-sticky,
you are
non-tacky.
all the masters of
Right in
consistency,
here.
that's for sure.
Wiggle the stamp back and forth. Creates a nice, crisp stamp. Oh. Thank you, Joshua.
Well, tomorrow
Well,
supposed
I
to
wanted
be
to share
our
with you,
our normal stream day.
I guess a little backstory, but I went
listen
to
to Josh here,
like a second sale in Santa Cruz. I had been throwing pots, and I had like 500 pots coming out of my ears. So we went up there. We took them up there, and we sold like 350 pots, which was awesome.
Wow.
But it was all for like $2, $3, you know,
Wow.
super cheap. But the reason I'm telling you this story is I was super excited because somebody from that sale emailed me, and they wanted to
Wow.
buy like a regular pot full price. So I'm counting that as my first sale.
Yes.
So I've sold one pot.
What?
Wow.
Joshua, it blows my mind. You've been making pots for 25 years and you've only sold the one. How? That is nuts.
It's not always.
So it's not all about that, but yeah, you rack up all the seconds, and then that's cool. You got to give them to a really nice
That's
homes.
true. I used to just give them, I mean, I've always just given them away. I've never tried to sell them or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's amazing.
What's the quote?
That's
It's
a
just
quote.
a movie quote. If you're good
Oh,
at something,
what?
never do it for free.
Our goal
Aw.
is over Thanksgiving to finish the website, so we can kind of do a soft open with just mugs and cups.
Our goal is over Thanksgiving to finish
That's awesome.
the website, so we can kind of do a soft open with just mugs and cups.
Nice. What website platform will you guys start using?
We're on Square right now, but possibly swapping to Shopify.
Yeah.
I think she's using. Shopify.
I think she's using.
Yeah. No one who knows me would describe me as computer savvy.
Knows me would describe me as
Are you on a webcam as well?
Oh, this is just my phone.
Are you able to read chat?
Me?
No.
Oh, him. Yeah.
oh, it's just my phone.
Nothing like what you all do. Your production is outstanding. It's like a TV studio.
Nothing like what you all do. Your production is outstanding. It's like a TV studio.
That's Nick. He kills it, man.
We have
He-
2 real cameras and
man,
then
yeah.
a couple webcams. 2 mics. Here, I'll bring up cat cam right here. We got sleepy cat cam.
Sleepy cat cam.
Oh, I guess I woke him up.
Aw.
Yes. That look the cat just gave you though.
There's another pottery creator called his channel's called Pottery Demon, and he's got a crazier studio setup than us.
Yeah, his stuff. He's he's got cool content.
Yes. Yes, Pottery Demon. If you ever get bored and you want to look up a potter named George Orr, Pottery Demon reminds me
Nice.
of George Orr. Same mustache, same kind of wild persona.
Pottery Demon reminds me of George.
Check him out.
Yeah, dead on.
Dead on. Nice.
Yeah, George Orr used to famously say, he said, I'm the greatest potter in the world, it's up to you to
Alright.
prove otherwise.
Wow.
Stamp her up, huh?
I like the attitude.
Yeah.
It's up to you to prove otherwise.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, George Orr was another one. He used to come up, he had this cup, this trick cup, and it was super cool. It had a series of holes in it, and if you knew where the holes were and you covered up the one on the handle, you could drink out of the cup like normal. But if you didn't know about that hole and you just drank out of it, there was another hole underneath the lip that would dribble the water out onto your shirt.
There was another hole underneath the lip that would dribble the water out.
I think I've seen something like that
Trick
before.
cut. That's funny. That reminds me of like the Assassin's teapot.
Oh yeah? What? That's cool.
Bob Harrison said, a simple short for an old fart might not be too hard.
You can do it.
And he also said the lathe type handwork like that was cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, actually, like trimming and throwing has a lot of similarities to lathe work, and I only got to do it a couple of times, but I really enjoyed like turning a bowl on the lathe. And if I ever have the chance again, I'll definitely take the opportunity to do that. That's really cool.
And we do have Bloodleaf in here.
Bloodleaf.
He said, I'm hanging out in chat stream, but saw you down
Aw.
here and wanted to say hey and drop a like.
What's
Oh,
up?
Jess,
Thank
you're
you,
the-
man. We've been
I was
loving
gonna
your
say
music.
Jack of all trades, but I should say Jill of all trades.
How's the
Amazing.
new baby?
I was going to say jack of all trades, but I should say Jill of all trades. It's amazing.
How do you feel about that?
Jill of all trades. I've never been called that before, but that's an amazing compliment. I mean, when you go to art school, you do a little bit of everything and then decide what you like and continue on. But man, it'd be cool to, I mean, I've seen lathes made out of like a drill, and somebody like just like attaches the drill to like the table and you could turn a little thing. I would do something like that just for fun one day down the road.
Jess, will you talk a little bit more about art school and what you studied and when
Joshua always comes in with
when
like the
ceramics kinda took
compliments
over
I
for
don't
you?
ever expect. It's like so nice.
School and what
That's
you
awesome.
studied and when ceramics kind of took over for you.
Yeah, did Josh ask, when did ceramics start? Yeah, I did art school for animation for 4 years, and I did a couple of classes with ceramics, but once I finished that, I just wanted to be in ceramics more, so I like did an internship for a little bit, just as like a hobby, and then when I met Nick, and we decided to move down here, Nick was like, this could be a career, we can do this together, and really made everything happen, made it possible for us to start doing art together full time. It's been freaking awesome.
Wow. And that was 4 years ago when he drove to Florida and you all started Swan City. Do I have that right?
When you drove to Florida and you all started Swan City, do I have that right?
Yeah, we started kind of before that, creating everything and the brand and, well, I mean, the products. And then when we came down here, the brand came really into the picture.
Yeah, we had access to a studio there.
Yeah.
So before we left Philly, we packed up as much pottery as we could. We went overdrive for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And we made juicers for Florida because we knew that we didn't know anybody down here. We didn't bring a wheel, and we knew we didn't have a kiln or anything, so we brought as much pottery as we could. Got us by for a few months, and then honestly, just by the grace of God,
Seriously.
we were just blessed. We found a kiln right across the street.
Yeah.
We found an apartment that was, good and everything. And then when that one kiln situation ended,
Yeah.
No way,
Last
your
year,
kiln
huh?
was across the street?
when the one kiln situation ended, we found another kiln. There was no lapse.
It's crazy.
Oh, bummer.
So I'd like to say we've
Oh,
been
I
very
love that
lucky,
story.
but
I've been blessed, 100%. Like when we came down here, there was no kiln access, and we ended up talking to it's like 3 or maybe even like less than 10 blocks from us is a museum, and they have kilns. They never rented them out before, but we knew that they had them, and they said, oh, we wanted to make this a thing for so long, but never really had the ambition. So we came along, we were like, listen, like we really need this actually. So like in collaboration, we had gotten that set up with them, and that was our situation for 2 years. And then, yeah, blessed with another situation right after that. It's like,
So what year did you graduate?
oh, what year did I graduate? 2016. It was a January graduation because I was like on my 5th year.
So 2019 is when we came together and started everything.
Yeah.
Lovely did say she's doing so well, and her big brother is too. Got them matching PJs.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
Wow.
We got Bloodleaf in Joshua's chat.
Hey,
You know, I was just reading the
nice.
biography of Lucy Ree, who was a potter in the 40s. You know, she started out in the 50s, 40s. A gap for World War II. But her work kind of reminds me of your work, especially the mugs,
Wow.
where they're like super modern, and
Really?
in that they're like thin, the lips are thin, and at the time, like the thinking was that pottery needed to be like thick and durable and whatever. Not that yours isn't durable, but just the look of your work reminds me of Lucy Ree's in that way. Very, very cool work.
Have to look it up.
Yeah. Well, definitely gotta look it up. I just wrote the name down if you want to check it out. Oh my gosh, definitely look that up. That's really interesting.
Yeah, R-I-E.
Yeah, I don't know too much about like ceramic history itself either because I didn't formally
Back in
study
her
it or
day, you know,
anything. But
there weren't many, if any, women potters, so it was.
Back in her day, you know, there weren't many, if any, women potters, so it was.
Anyway, pretty amazing. It's hard because I can hear myself on your stream, and I feel like I'm interrupting you. I'm trying to not talk.
It's hard because I can hear myself.
No, I got you on quality audio on our stream. It's slightly delayed, but if you can turn it down a little bit, Jess,
yeah.
just as long as you can hear it. We have Corey Sims in the chat. Says hi. Came over from Uggs and then Ben's chat.
What? Oh, I love seeing all these people hop around. That's awesome. Thanks
Yeah.
for popping in.
Bloodleaf said it's so funny I can just scroll up and down between them all.
Yes. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. Blood leaf. Thanks, man. Good to see you.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say typically we're streaming Tuesday and Thursday, but you know, I'm gonna increase that. But anyway, tomorrow we're going to St. Pete to pick up clay.
Oh my gosh.
So it's
Well,
about an hour and a half drive.
Thursday we're doing that.
Oh, we're doing that Thursday?
Yeah. Because I said Thursday.
All
To
right,
them,
well,
I'm sorry.
I guess we're streaming tomorrow then.
We need to stream tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard is that 1,000 pounds you're picking up? Did you borrow a truck, or you have a truck, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, we are picking up 1,000 pounds. Yeah, typically we pick up 500 at a time, but figured why not just load up.
We have a Jeep,
We do have a Jeep.
so
And like often we'll be like on our way to a
I'm paying, like,
market or
88,
coming back from a
87
market,
cents a
so the
pound.
amount of
You know what you're all
clay that we
paying
could
over
fit
there?
in the car is less than. But what are we paying over here? Yeah, I can figure that out really quick. Let's see.
Corey Sim says, "What state are you in?" We are in Florida. And Joshua at the Goods Pottery is usually located somewhere between CA and Washington.
I think we're getting our clay for 53 cents a pound.
Yeah. Ooh, 53 cents. Oh my goodness. I'm super jealous. The price we pay here makes me highly motivated to recycle.
I'm super jealous. The price we pay here makes me highly motivated to recycle.
Well, we definitely recycle everything, 100%. But what clay do
I
you
even had to buy a
use?
pug mill.
Oh, studio tour.
Studio tour. Let's see.
He's got a pug mill.
Pug mill? Now I'm jealous.
Looks like a bright sunny day out in the garage.
Nice. Looking dope.
What was the deal with your kiln situation, Josh? Corey Sim says, "My best friend is in Largo,
Oh,
and that
nice.
Corey lived in Key West for almost 4 years,
Wow.
and my hubs, and I moved to Ireland for 22 years."
That's cool. Ireland's really cool. Wow. We're in Lakeland. It's like smack dab in the middle. Largo's north, right?
Can't remember.
I think.
Yeah, my kiln situation, well, I just had to save up, and when I knew I wanted to start the Goods Pottery, I just waited until I could buy the pug mill and the kiln kind of at the same time, which was a big check to write. But
So you
when
have
I
it
make
set up like
plates
in the garage
specifically,
area?
I just have a ton of recycle because I use a slab roller to kind of roll out a flat plate and then cut a circle.
Largo is just south of Clearwater.
Oh, the kiln is outside. Yeah, next to the sink.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
eventually when we get our own property, we're gonna be figuring out how to
I
get
can
a
take you out there if you
kiln.
want to see.
Yeah, definitely like to see. Is it covered? I'm not sure. I'd like to maybe build a structure for it.
Yeah. Like a carport area would be kind of cool.
I'm not totally sure though. Have to really think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. He said he'll show us. Let's see. Yeah, I've heard of some people just leaving them out in like the elements, but you don't want to really do that with a new kiln.
So here's the extruder. Whoa.
Dang, he's got a.
Extruder.
My thing's a little behind. Don't.
And then I just
oh,
have
the
a couple
extruder.
carts. You can see
It's clean in there.
pots
Nice.
drying out, and then
Nice carts.
no bisque fire.
Bread cart.
Right? So the pots just go right from here, the greenware, and then I put
Fire.
glaze right on them.
Wow.
And here's some platters that I have that are drying
That's
out.
wild.
And then past all the bicycles. And out here in the garden. And then I got the sink
Oh, nice.
Nice.
and then the kiln there. which is
Gorgeous.
782 degrees. I forgot to put the kiln god in.
Ugh, counting
Kiln
down.
god. I usually put them in the side of
Man.
the kiln, but I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully everything's all right.
How do you feel now, Jess?
Jeez.
And then, yeah, just got my pile
That's a
of
beautiful setup,
pile of clay
man.
down there and Mr. Pug Mill. And then I have this workstation here,
Mr. Pug Mill.
and I mix glazes.
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
nice.
It's got a milkshake maker
What?
for the glaze. It's like a glaze mixer.
Nice.
I'm
got
experimenting
everything,
with
it's
this new
crazy.
secret.
That's
not
cool.
secret, this new technique.
Yeah, I
where
saw.
instead of water in the glazes, I'm using antifreeze.
Antifreeze in the glaze. Now
Isn't
you've
that
lost.
crazy?
Now he's off his rocker.
But it works. It makes them easier to brush on.
That is crazy. What? That's dangerous, man. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's an amazing setup.
That's
we were
beautiful.
loading our greenware in plastic Tupperwares
Yeah, don't drink the glaze.
to drive them
Seriously.
down the block.
I knocked over one.
Not as fun.
That's inspiring to see your
Oh
setup,
no,
man.
we got. We lost one mug. We distracted him.
Wop, 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 wop.
Speaking of wrapping, you know what I did is I bought a cardboard shredder. And whenever I get an Amazon box, I just shred it in the
Oh, yeah.
shredder. And that's what I'm using to pack my pots in.
That's cool.
I just buy these plastic bins. I just stack the pots in
That's
there all
really cool.
haphazardly, and then I just dump in the shredded cardboard. It's super duper cheap. Works pretty good too.
Really. What do you think of that, Nick?
Yeah, it's awesome.
That is cool.
That's awesome that he can get inspiration from us because
Yeah,
I
we're
don't know
getting
how.
inspiration from you, man. Seriously.
basically, at least for the next year, we can't buy any.
How much does
Equipment
the
or anything.
Yeah.
hex wrapping cost? Does that stuff cost a lot? I haven't priced anything yet, and I have to ship 2 mugs this week. One to my sister for her
That's like-
birthday.
The hex paper, honeycomb paper that we use, it's $25 for 350 feet by 15 inches. So like foot wide or so, a little bit bigger, but then you get 350 feet of it for about 25 bucks.
How many pots can you wrap with a roll of that? When I got my mug and my mini jar,
A lot of pots.
it looks like
How many
maybe,
pots
if
can we
I had
wrap
to
with
guess,
a
I'd
roll?
guess like 25, 30 feet. Is that about right? So if that's 25.
I don't know. That's a great
20
question.
pots?
How many pots?
Not sure. I know the bubble wrap usually lasts a certain amount.
Yeah.
I don't usually do it by number of pots though.
Yeah.
Do you all get a lot of box deliveries?
We do. We get a lot of online deliveries, especially right now because of the holidays.
Cardboard boxes?
I mean,
And wholesale. It's.
we get bubble wrap
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, like that.
we get packing stuff delivered.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I misunderstood the question.
We don't typically.
Yeah.
We don't do a lot of online ordering
Sure.
or shopping, but
Yeah. I thought
we're
you
getting
meant
bubble wrap
sending
delivered
out.
almost every day right now.
That's crazy. Yeah, another issue is space in the house. So we can't buy like the largest size, the most, affordable size because there's nowhere to put it.
Oh,
So we have to
yeah.
buy the
I
size
mean,
that
24
can
boxes to
keep-
New York yesterday, right? Or was that this morning?
That's crazy. It's it's like 24 pieces out to New York. We dropped it off this morning. Is that what it is? What
It
he
was,
talking about?
I think it was like
I'm missing.
24 to 25, 26 individual orders
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
went
yeah.
out to all over the place.
Yeah.
And then we had a 24 tabletop planters that we got those in like, I think, what, four separate boxes?
4 boxes, yeah.
One of them weighed 20, one of them weighed 20, one was 17, and one was like, what was the last one?
10. Yeah.
So 20, 40, 37, 50, 40, nearly 50 pounds of pottery going to that place in New York. You remember the name of it? What was it?
Frond Plant
Frond
Shop.
Plant Shop.
Frond. Frond. That was
I'm so
their
happy for
third
you all.
reorder from us. So I guess
With your
New
sales.
Yorkers like our stuff.
I was in New York recently, and I found a cup. It was in Grand Central Station, granted, but found a cup. It was pretty cool. It was like a marbled clay, so it was like green and white, and you could tell they had used like stains to make the clay green. But it was just a slab-built cup, and it was $100 for one cup.
$100. That's what. Dude, we're always talking about that because part of our entire brand and mission is accessibility. When you have a mug that's $100, who
Yeah,
can
so I
buy? Like
wonder
who
if,
can buy
if
that?
they're, if the idea could
crazy,
be to
bro.
resell your work. Yeah, I like what you said there about accessibility with your work. Who can buy a $100 cup? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I understand when a lot of work and a lot of time and of course like trials go into pieces and it could cost that much, but at the end of the day it's like, what do you want? Do you want like this crazy art piece? Do you want accessibility? What's behind the mission and why are you making what you're making?
Corey Sins says, I'm nervous to fire the kiln. Got no clue what I'm doing yet. Trying to absorb as much info I can while
I
waiting for my
completely agree
clay
with what you're saying,
delivery.
Jess. I want to make pots that people can use every
First
day.
kiln firing, that's
And
a
I
lot
don't
of
want
fun.
cost
It
to
is
be
always
prohibitive to
nerve-wracking
people's
firing your kiln no matter
use.
what. You'll be good.
Yeah, it's one of the things we set out when we first started to do it is, you see some people charge $200-300 for a mug.
Seriously.
And honestly, I've seen mugs that I have personally seen and said, wow, that's an incredible piece of art. And it should be worth $1,000. If I had the money, I might pay for it. But that's just not what I want to focus on. We want to serve as an alternative to single-use items, plastic items, things that are made,
Overseas,
by people
cheap.
who are treated poorly overseas, and then
Seriously.
the environmental impact of shipping it across the country and then delivered to your door and all that stuff. Trying to live just trying to live more naturally. Coreyson says a set of 4. That's not affordable for me. And then she said, I inherited a kiln and a wheel.
Oh, that is
Yeah, and
amazing.
handmade ceramic work,
Congratulations on having a new kiln
it's not
and a
for
wheel.
everyone. But definitely. Sorry, I got something going on with my audio.
Joshua was saying that handmade ceramic work isn't for everybody. It's definitely true.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I prefer glass or metal.
Yeah. Alright, so we had a ton of trimmings in our wheel head, so we had to clear that out, put it in our reclaim bucket. We were gonna keep going. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bowls out of 20 in.
Corey Sims said, I just don't know what I'm doing yet. I know a lot of love and
Hey, Jess,
time
can you
was put
speak
in.
about your
and
reclaim
made from
process?
them.
How do you all go about doing the reclaim?
Want to give it the respect it deserves.
So, I mean, we just had a friend, Joel, Cup of Joel, who started from knowing nothing about throwing or firing.
Did you hear
And no, I didn't. What,
Josh, ask the question again.
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
hear what it was. I think he was asking about how the reclaim process.
oh.
Yeah, Cup of Joel. I've been watching him.
Here, I think he's about to ask again.
This is why they have the dual stream, I guess.
Yeah, you
but
gotta.
I think-
I'm sorry. Okay.
Talk about the reclaim.
All
I
right.
think
So
it's-
our
Oh,
reclaim
but yeah, I was curious
process.
about your reclaim. I know yesterday you said
it's
you
done
were throwing
probably
some
like
reclaim, so I was
here.
just wondering how you came to make that.
Yeah. I love reclaim, honestly. Like our reclaim process, we have 5-gallon bucket over here, and all of our trimmings or any pieces that don't make it get put in here with some water. We sieve out the water that sits on the top at the end, and then we can mix it up by hand, and then we use a plaster bat. Down here, it's the last shelf in our whole system here. It's just a big slab of plaster. And we'll go and throw as much as we can on there, and then it'll take probably like 3 or 4 days to dry out depending on the weather. We roll that up, and that's about 30 pounds every time we do it. So just pretty much processing that every single time. Like, it always has reclaim going on it. And then we let it sit here, and we wedge it on our canvas on our table right here. Wedge it down, and then I put it back into bags to use. But I really like using reclaim. I think it comes out like a lot softer than just the bag, clay out of the bag. I know like wedging in general is exhausting, but I don't mind it because it ends up being additional clay that we can use. It's like bonus clay. So we only use one clay body, so it's not like we're not mixing different clays together or anything. It's pretty straightforward.
Heck yeah, using the reclaim, I think some people, especially like the old timers, would agree is better clay. I was reading Soji Hamada's biography. He was a contemporary of Bernard Leach, and he talks about wedging of the clay because they would, where his house is where the clay came from. Isn't that amazing? Like they would go outside and dig the clay.
Oh, wow.
Or have it delivered
is amazing.
from local sources, in wagons. And so he would have this mountain of clay, and the assistants for the studio would come in the morning and wedge clay for like 2 hours. Each ball of clay had to be wedged for like 20 minutes.
Jeez, pay somebody to wedge up your clay for you?
Kind of blows my mind. I hardly wedge at all.
We've spent longer than that wedging.
Yeah, we have spent long in that wedging. I think like it's all just like spreading the time out so you're not wedging 100 pounds at a time, and then it's not daunting. It's not a huge workload.
So what is the story behind how you've acquired so much ceramic history knowledge, Josh? Are you a secret professor? At what university?
That's a great question, Nick. I, about 2 years ago, became super desperate because I really wanted to make the goods pottery. You know, I wanted this to start my business, but I was completely stuck. I had this glaze combination that I had used for years, which is basically white, one dip of white, and then the next day, a dip of clear over the top. I don't have any examples right here, but it basically made this kind of oil spotted white glaze. And it was subtle and I loved it and it was kind of my thing. But when I came down here to California, my cone 6 glazes, they didn't work with the clay that I could get down here, which is cone 5. So I was glazing the pots and there was all these blisters and cracks, just completely useless, not functional at all. And so I was like, I got to learn how to make these glazes, and that set off this obsession of glaze knowledge. And I started out kind of with the books that I knew from college, which was like the John Britt books and stuff like that, and then kind of stumbled upon the Ceramic Materials Workshop, and then eventually was able to like formulate cone 5 glazes that would work with this clay, and that's kind of where I am today, still trying to figure that out.
Wow. You said from college. So did you go to school for ceramics?
So college, yeah, I'm old. I graduated college in 2000. And I went to be a school teacher, so I have like a Bachelor of Arts in Education. So I did like 2 years ceramics with a bunch of other like printmaking and painting involved. But the first time I got on the pottery wheel, that was all there was going to be. My dad was also a art pottery teacher, but he didn't work on the pottery wheel. He he's still alive, sculptor. Actually, his favorite thing to do is paper mache. But yeah, then taught pottery for 20
That's
years.
wild. That's really
Before I
cool.
lost my marbles.
That's awesome.
Oh, we're glad you found us.
Yeah, seriously.
Got a pretty cool community on here.
Yeah, it's been so awesome, like hearing other people's tips and tricks and sharing what we know, and then everybody can like learn from each other. It's been a lot of fun.
It's like we're really just kind
feel
of getting
grateful
started.
to have met
You know, but
you all,
we all
because
kind of stay in that state constantly.
like I was saying earlier, Jess and Nick, you all make this look so easy. I mean, the production of your work, but also your YouTube channel, inspirational.
Wow. Definitely a lot of hours put in behind the scenes. Dedication and commitment is like big part of it is just doing it every day, you know? Definitely a lot of hours put in behind the scenes. Big part of it is just doing it every day, you know? The grind.
Yeah, it's hard to build the momentum because every time you build some momentum, something's there to stop it, and you gotta learn how to keep a certain momentum going.
Seems like in business there's doing the work of your business, and then there's maintaining and running your business. And you can't do both at the same time, and they both take all of the time. So you're trying to like find a way to do two full-time jobs at the same time.
Yeah, we're blessed to have each other and wouldn't be able to do it alone. Like everything that we have to do and all the big goals that we have set for this company and for this business and, you know, for our life in general.
Yeah, they talk about it like, you know, the time you spend working in your business and the time you spend working on your business. You know, if you had an employee, how would you treat them? You know, you got to treat yourself like an employee sometimes, and then, you know, you got to have hours.
real.
You got to clock your hours. You got to make sure you're putting in 40 hours minimum.
Yeah.
Like if you had a regular job, you'd have to do that. Like you have to have some discipline.
I struggle with discipline a lot. It's one of my biggest setbacks that I'm trying to figure out. But this one.
Corey said it's a great community and folks are really supportive.
Glad to have you here, Corey. Oh man, everyone we talked to, it's been so awesome.
Yeah, Joshua, if you're ever interested in reaching out to Chad from Ugg Chugs and getting in the Discord.
Oops.
Oh no, we had a fail.
Why?
It's like his tool.
Lost it. Can you save it? No.
It happens.
Hayden Railsback said, would you guys ever live on Antarctica?
No. In Antarctica? Definitely not. We're in Florida and we're loving it. The heat's what's up.
Lovely said Alaska maybe, Antarctica. Hell no.
Jeez.
Oh no, I'm not sure if we lost Joshua at the Goods Pottery.
Hopefully you can get it back. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Nice. That's awesome.
Hayden said, "What's the hardest ceramic
Just
piece
trying to
you've
adjust
ever
the
made?"
sound, so I didn't have.
I don't know. I
Two
feel like we had this
audios
conversation the
going.
other day too. Made these like really large wall sconces once, just for fun, for a project. Just anything with
hardest
like
ceramic
multiple
piece I ever
pieces, maybe
made-
like teapots are pretty difficult.
Yeah, that's what you said, Jess. Teapot.
Teapot.
One time I made this giant teapot. It's about, I think it was like 40 inches tall. It was huge.
Oh
Had
my
three
gosh.
spouts.
What?
It was an Alice in Wonderland theme. So on the outside, there was all of this sgraffito and underglaze with the different characters from Alice in Wonderland. And then inside, there was all these holes, and on inside, Alice was sitting on a mushroom.
Oh my gosh. That's really cool. I love Alice in Wonderland. That's dope. Why so big though?
Why so big? I don't know, because I was teaching school and just
You could. That's fine.
trying to create a spectacle, entertain the kids.
That's fun.
Right, I wasn't paying for the clay.
Nice.
Do you follow any students that you've had that are going on that have continued their pottery experience?
It's a great question.
Ooh, Nick, that's a good question. Dealing with teenagers as a young person, I started teaching when I was 22. And I was kind of an immigrant to technology, I didn't really understand Facebook and Instagrams, and it was all kind of an emerging technology when I was growing up, so I avoided it. In fact, before you and I met, I didn't have any social media. I don't have a Facebook, or I have a Instagram handle that I'm kind of waiting before we release the brand, but I don't have any other social media besides this. If you remember when we first met, I only had 2 followers, and you were one. My mom was the other.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
Well, I'll ask you a question that people always ask us. What is it about filming or the YouTube or,
Yeah, why do it live?
why?
I asked you that because I didn't know the answer. And being that this is only my first time, actually I have done it one other time just for 5 minutes to see if it would work. So I don't really know. I love that we're here together doing this, and I can see you because I really respect what you all are doing. So that community is amazing.
Correct. No, I'm just kidding. That is the right answer, though, because all the people are, there's so many people making pottery in the stream. Everyone wants to make it together,
Yeah.
You do it by yourself, but you want to do it together.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, you and Jess are probably the only potters that I know of who are in a group, in a studio, who are in their own studio. Maybe if you're in a community studio, you do it with other people. But pros, I think you kind of end up in your own studio, kind of working 10-hour days on your own.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun when you can do it, share it.
Yeah. Community studio definitely has its pros and cons as well. And I mean, we worked before we moved down here.
Gosh, my
we were
water
in
here
a
has
community
turned
studio.
into slurry. I better go get some more bottles of Fiji water to fill it up
What did he
with.
say? I missed that one.
He said he's got to go get more Fiji water for his...
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Hey, we're recycling everything.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Got to keep that water bill down.
Kind of to your point that you were making, Nick, about treating yourself like an employee. I've been forcing myself to get up before work and take this online class. It's super boring. It's the study of 7,500 different glaze recipes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Lame. But interesting.
No, that's discipline right there.
That's
Waking
wild.
up, probably one of our hardest things.
Yeah.
I hate waking up, but I think it's because also we're in an apartment, we're in a really small space. It's really important to put on an outfit, put on work clothes, and not just be in your house clothes all day.
Yeah.
You gotta change, you gotta put on the outfit too.
That's so true. The uniform, in a way.
Corey says Ben, Joel are all streaming
Yeah, I
now.
agree.
Whoa.
With kind of putting on the uniform. It's symbolic in a way, where it just kind of puts you into the state of mind to go to work.
Absolutely. Well, I went to art school as well, but
Yeah.
I focused on theater and film. And putting on a costume, it's so funny when you're backstage, when you put on the costume, you become the character. And that's like anything. So it's psychological, really.
That's so interesting.
Big fan of theater, right here.
You have a favorite play, Joshua?
Favorite play. Well, we were just in New York and we saw Back to the Future,
Wow.
which I was kind of like
Wow.
poo-pooing, but it was actually pretty good.
That's cool.
Did they play Huey Lewis and the News songs?
But my favorite play is The Producers. They sure did. Huey Lewis.
The Producers. Check that one out.
That's cool. I'm gonna go easy Phantom of the Opera, hands down.
That reminds me of how much I enjoyed your talk last night about Delilah.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to say Delilah right now
Delilah.
so bad. I'm so glad you said it.
I'm glad they got that out there. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
guess I'm sure she's syndicated nationally, but that's so funny.
Delilah.
Oh my god. We can finally listen to her tonight because it's like Monday again. Although we got big plans tonight. Monday's typically our day off, our day to ourselves, and we've been working all day, but
Yeah, using that gift card, right? Going out.
we are
Roadhouse.
gonna hit up our spot and see one of our good friends, Megan, at Fuzzy's at our local watering hole, and then go for dinner. Roadhouse.
For us tonight, we've got a meeting with our, I don't know, some kind of accountant, tax person. But then we're taking a pickleball class, which I know is a super old person thing to
Whoa.
do, but we like it.
Hey, pickleball can be dangerous. You gotta stay safe. You gotta limber up.
Yeah, pickleball can be dangerous.
I'm not joking. Pickleball's like the #1 cause of injuries
Twisting.
Oh my gosh.
for senior citizens.
Jeez.
I read that. I can't remember where, but you could fact check it.
Oh man.
Sitting around all day watching Matlock and then jump off the couch and go and try to slam some pickleballs.
We're trying to
It's dangerous.
we're trying to get out to the driving range and the golf course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, do you all have Top Golf where you're at? Top Golf?
There is Top Golf here.
Yeah, tell them about the new thing you just found.
Um,
What's it called? Pop?
There's a place. It's like Pop. It's like Top Golf, but it's mini golf. It's made by Tiger Woods, called Pop Stroke. So it's like a drawn out mini golf. It's really cool. But yeah, they do have Top Golf here,
Yeah.
but it's really expensive compared to the driving range that they have by us.
Yeah. Yeah, actually the driving range by us, it's through the YMCA,
Oh,
which is
really?
pretty
It's
cool.
expensive.
It's
I haven't
like-
been, but I've heard it's like if you combined a bar and a driving range.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
Pop Stroke is as well. It's like a bar restaurant with a miniature golf course. It's more than putt-putt.
Sounds great. If it's endorsed by Tiger Woods, I'm sure it's thoughtfully designed.
But yeah, it is supposed to be our day off.
Here we are.
But actually, we took last Monday was Jess's birthday,
Yeah.
so.
Did you all go anywhere for Jess's birthday?
We went to Hollywood Studios Disney. It was really fun. Rode a couple rides, got scared, saw some shows,
Oh,
ate some
yes.
good food, went to
What is
Fatburger
Hollywood
after.
Studios Disney like?
It's like they have 4 Disney parks here in Florida. Hollywood Studios is more of like the ride-based thrill attraction type of. Is that how you would describe it?
It's the
Like-
main competitor park to Universal Studios.
There you go.
But it is where they have the Star Wars land, which is a lot of fun. And
Tower of Terror.
Oh yes, we have Star Wars Land here at Disneyland, and it is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, the Harry Potter world at Universal Studios might be better.
It's
That's
definitely
a hard,
better, bro. It's definitely better.
It's hard.
Okay, in my opinion, I've only been to Universal one time. I've only been to one side of the Harry Potter thing, and I still
I'm a huge
kind
fan
of think
of
it's
Harry
better.
Potter.
Just because Harry Potter's dope.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Well, I got picked. I ended up being Ravenclaw.
I was
You were Gryffindor.
I was Gryffindor, but I was thinking like, do you know what the Ravenclaw like?
I lied though.
It's like
Truth be
it's
told,
like smarts,
I,
like riddles and stuff, like really.
I
good
was in the
at.
marching
Just
band.
trying to like remember exactly.
In high school. In fact, I have like a core memory of being in 10th grade and looking around the band room and thinking, God, all these kids are nerds. And it was like at that exact moment I realized I was a nerd. I told that story years later to some students, and one of them said, Mr. Simmons, actually, I think you're more of a dweeb because nerds are smart.
Wow.
That is so
Kid roasted
funny,
him.
bro. That is so funny.
Living rent free.
Yeah, it's true.
Man,
Yeah, I did have to do the 4th grade 2 times.
I feel bad for how I treated my teachers, honestly.
Aww. Yeah,
I
you
was
tell
a
me some
really
crazy
bad student.
stories.
The high school that I went to, it was 200 kids total. It was, 9 through 12. So I graduated with a class of like 30 kids.
That's crazy.
And it was all
Small school.
art, classes that we took. But we had 2 classes that were regular. And one was math mixed with, I can't remember. One was humanities, and it was social studies and English. And one had another name, and it was science and math.
Wow.
But me and my friends just never went to those classes. And then I guess they just let us get away with it. So.
How did you get away with that? That's nuts.
That's amazing. All art classes. The grandfather of pottery, Bernard Leach, had a very similar school experience. He went to an art school.
Yeah, if you've seen the movie Fame, basically, my experience was something like that. We got 15% in here says, damn, still at it, solid.
15. We are for a couple more hours, another hour or 2. How's work treating you, man?
15.
Well, it is 5, we're rounding up on 5 p.m. here. So I think we're going to go for maybe another half hour or so.
Yeah, definitely get these bowls done, and then I feel good.
$15 said,
So one question I've always wanted to ask
yep.
is, Nick, what is it like for you during your stream? Like, what are you doing?
Managing the stream when the stream's operating. But You know, I'm trying to run the business behind the scenes. It's funny because, you know, the stream exists, but it's kind of just a small peephole into, you know, eventually we want to show everything. But,
Yeah.
you know, we have 3 YouTube channels that we operate. That's a part of our income. So, that's also what we do. Yeah. The space here is set up where other cameras are. So, I mean, yeah, it's a bummer, honestly. When we did the Me Mommy things, I wanted to show so much of it, and it was so much work doing it, and then we ended up with no content.
It's crazy.
So it sucks. It's, you know, I love doing what we do, and it's awesome to show it, and I want to show so much more, but
Oh, bummer.
we have a list of videos we want to make. So we're always trying to record stuff in the middle of the stream. But yeah.
Yeah.
$15 did want to say, tell Goods he's looking snazzy today.
Oh, snazza.
And he said,
What happened with the Me Mommy? How come nothing came out? Just. Thanks, 15.
It just ended up being like, it was like so much work that we ended up working at times that we weren't streaming like late at night, or just like trying to bust it out while we were doing the other orders around it and Oktoberfest.
when we were doing a stream one time, someone came in the chat and said, do you ever find it to be an inconvenience to do a stream while you're trying to run like your business and do pottery? And I said, absolutely not. It's easy. You just turn the cameras on, and actually it's so much more fun. But then when you're looking at a bunch of orders and you're looking at deadlines and you're looking at, you know, and then it's like, yeah, actually it kind of can be an inconvenience sometimes. And so, yeah, the stress of, it's paralyzing, right? When you have so much to do and you don't know where to start and you become kind of paralyzed.
Right.
And then the idea of pressing record or putting the camera on or turning the lights on or putting the mic on, it's not even a thought. It's just like, what do I have to do right now? And like, what can we just get out of the way just so we can get
To the
and
next
also,
thing.
There was a moment last week where we literally just couldn't even walk around our area.
Oh my gosh.
We're like hoarders right now with everything we got going on. So by January, I'm excited for January. I'm excited to get everything over with because October and November is always our most busy time. And December's our most busy market time, so that's gonna be fun. I'm ready to bust out some December markets. Everyone get the last minute, you know,
Christmas gifts and stuff.
because it's gonna be too late to get everything shipped by then. But by January, I'm excited to actually do some stuff that we want to do.
Yeah, we've been working this whole year to get the channel to a state where we wanted to get it so that we can stop focusing on like subscriber counts and numbers and start creating the content that we really want to create, and tutorial videos and just like a library of useful information. We can finally do all that in January.
But I mean, eventually, yeah, we'll have a big studio. We'll have multiple wheels.
Yeah,
Is
more
the goal-
shelves, and yeah, just like,
I'm just going to take a guess here, but is it 4,000?
We'll do dual throwing streams. We'll have it all.
yeah.
Joshua said, "Is the goal 4,000?"
The goal originally was like to become what?
The goal is a silver
Yeah.
play button.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's true. Silver play button.
Oh, yeah. What does it take to get a silver play button?
100,000. I've got 22
You guys, if
I've got
there's anybody who could do
22K
it,
on my other
it's
one,
Swan City Ceramics.
but I'm banking on this one.
One of
Probably
the early
we can hit
potters I
100
started watching on
before
YouTube
my
was
other
called
one.
John the Potter, JTP.
Sheila
think he's
recommended
up there with
John the Potter
subs
too.
Oh
like
yeah. That's awesome.
There's a couple of potters that have been on YouTube since the early days.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, Ben Wolf Pottery has a video, upload date 17 years ago.
Wow.
Simon Leach,
That's incredible.
grandson. I saw that one from Ben Wolf. He's like super skinny. You can't even recognize him.
Yeah, that's how we'll all be one day. Even the content we have from last year, we're kind of like unrecognizable.
It's embarrassing.
"15 said, ah, no. Work today. Grandma took a trip.
I'm telling you,
to
you
the
guys,
hospital."
I watch more
Oh,
YouTube than
Tina,
I
I'm
ought
sorry
to.
hear that.
Your channel is of the highest production quality.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's probably because we watch too much YouTube too.
Takes one to know one. Nice.
I mean,
It's your background, your production, your film degree. You got the vision, Nick. It's awesome.
Yeah, Jess, I agree with what you said. It's more than just a product of watching a lot of YouTube. It is clear seeing what you guys are doing. The knowledge that Nick has is there.
It's got the eye.
well, I
Golden eyes.
when we moved to Florida, I got a job because we basically spent all our money to get here. And we were working full-time jobs and doing the pottery full-time for about, up until this summer, up until
Yeah.
June this summer. So like 3 years. And that was the only job I ever had. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess I was,
That's
what,
awesome.
28 or 29?
Wow.
So I grew up, my mom owned a business. So I grew up in a family business. So I saw that aspect. And then also my mom's a single mom. So I was kind of raised on movies. I watched movies. I grew up. I used to ditch school and just go to the movies. I'd sneak in and watch, movies all day. So I like the film thing, but yeah. We go to bed to Bob Ross every night.
We do.
So there's an element to that.
That's
Happy
where
little
the-
plots,
The theater came from.
And Joshua's got some
Nick, what movie have you seen more than any other?
creepy crows croaking.
What's that?
He's got some crows.
What does that mean?
I can hear the crows.
Oh wow. Oh yes.
Yeah,
What movie
there's
have
a
you watched
murder
more
of
than
crows
anything else?
A
outside.
murder of crows. Movie that I watched more than any other.
I've been chasing him away with my drone.
That's hard.
Can I take a guess?
You want to take a guess?
Yeah.
Sure.
Back to the Future.
Which one?
Back to the Future.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
That's weird.
It's been in our conversation a lot lately, and I feel like I don't know, that might be one that you've seen a ton.
It's probably going to be a Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the kind of movie that as soon as it ends, you
Oh, I
gotta.
missed it. What was the movie?
I don't have a specific answer, but it's either probably Interstellar or Inception or maybe the Dark Knight trilogy. Because I like Christopher Nolan.
Inception. Yeah, Dark Knight. I've seen a whole bunch of times. I was just watching the Batman, the one with. What's that guy?
The vampire.
The Twilight guy. What, you don't know his name? Twilight?
Robinson, Edward
I think his
Robinson, is
name-
that
Edward?
his name? No.
Yeah, the vampire.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, Robert Pattinson, yeah.
Edward is his name as a vampire. I'm sorry. How was it? How'd you feel about the
Yeah, what was
Batman?
actually, I've heard a lot of people talking about the Penguin. Good reviews for the Penguin. And I guess that's in the Batman
What?
universe as well.
Yeah.
What's the review, Josh?
I thought it was a good movie. I like movies that are kind of like one character versus the world, you know? Probably the movie I've seen more than any other is Dune, like Dune 1 and 2.
Wow.
Really,
Probably
dude, we
Dune
tried
2
to
I've
watch
seen
Dune and
30
couldn't
times.
get into it.
Gotta try it again, I guess.
Yeah. It's a lot of universe based that you have to like be willing to learn.
But I just
another
watch it here in the
universe.
studio.
Is that the main entertainment while we're working? Do we do music? "15 said, Nick, that's a compliment. Back to the Future is
I imagine
based
it's
beyond
because you
words."
guys are streaming so much of the time. It's a bit of a challenge to have music because of all the copyright. Hey, there's 15 on my feed. Hey, man.
The
to see ya.
teen. That's amazing.
It's a big year for pottery. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's a renaissance. It's a digital renaissance of potters.
Yes.
Hey, do you think there are more potters now because of kind of the, like you said, the renaissance during COVID? Or is it that there are the same amount, but just more people like streaming on YouTube and things like that?
Jeez, that's a great question.
Right off the bat, yes, absolutely. But then people learn that it's not for everyone, and I've been noticing, and more people have been falling off. A lot of people have tried to start their own business, and by now I think they've either made it by now or they went back to doing what they did before.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. I think there was this thing that happened where everybody went to online work and they actually just went home and started a pottery business.
I know people that straight up moved states and didn't tell their employer, and then they're like, "Oh, you have to come back to work," and they were like, "No, like I'm not gonna do that. I don't even live there anymore."
You personally know a human being that did that?
Yeah, I did. Who was that?
That's insane.
Well, Tracy did that actually.
Joshua's got a full-on sleeve.
Really?
tatted up.
What do you got on your sleeve, man?
Oh, you know, I had to cover up some work that I had done when I was a younger man. Certain lady's name.
Shut up.
So now it's like honeybees.
Oh,
and
heck yeah.
flowers.
Wow.
Wow. Is that a big spider or a bee?
B.
Wow. Must have been a big old name. Have a whole sleeve.
Well, you know, it was like,
Oh no.
Oh no. Come back around. That's awesome.
Suck. Yeah, he's good.
You're good. Oh man.
yeah, the problem with tattoos though is you kind of like commit to this project and the first couple sessions are you're like, okay, no $350, $400, but then you know, like 10 sessions later, you're like completely broke, but it's not finished.
And when it's a huge project like that, for sure. Well, it could be a journey too. It doesn't have to take place all at once.
Yeah, I used to be into it, but it's just not financially.
Exactly.
I think it's funny on Friday the 13th when you drive by like a tattoo shop and you'll have a line, people lined up for like a
$13.
$20
Yeah, seriously.
stencil.
There was a phase that came through the high schools in the district where I worked, where the kids got into stick and poke tattoos. They were tattooing themselves.
Bro, I
With
got a
just
stick and
ink pen.
poke. My one of my really good friends got into it during that fad, and I have a small stick and poke on my leg. I think it definitely was a fad though that happened a few years ago. I like it though.
Oh, that's right, Jess. You're basically the age of some of my students.
Oh.
You were a
Well,
stick
yeah,
and poke
I
person.
never created or I never did a tattoo, but somebody that I was really good friends with got into it. I guess that was like, man, 8 or I don't know, 7 years ago. Jeez.
And Jessica used to want a face tattoo.
Jeez. 25-year-old Jessica was a whole nother beast.
Well, I have no room to talk. The first tattoo I ever got, which was another one that we were covering up here, it was like a sun. It had these Chinese symbols around it. Oh, it was so bad. Had to be covered up. All these confessions I'm making on our stream.
Welcome to the live stream.
It's all truth here.
There's no hiding anything here.
Gosh, 53 cents a pound. I gotta move to Florida.
What clay do you currently use? You said you use like a new clay to you, Cone 5. What company does that come from?
It's from Laguna, which is our only clay resource. Drive 2 hours one way to get there.
The Laguna clay is
And they only
so
supply
expensive.
cone 5 and cone 10. But the clay I use is called B mix.
Oh, I'm familiar with B-Mix.
It's not a great clay because the flux, which makes the clay supposedly watertight, still has 3% absorption, but it's a sodium flux, and sodium is water soluble. So it makes recycling the clay challenging, and then sometimes even when you're trimming a pot, it'll start to have like little tear outs. Just because the solubility of the sodium makes the clay like super short.
Jeez. Yeah, we were, I was kind of researching other clay for a minute to see what other options were out there. I might have deleted my list, but I guess Laguna has a clay also just called 620, and that was recommended to me. But it was like literally twice the price of what the clay we get now, and
Is that a white clay, the 620?
yeah, it is a white clay.
Oh, twice the price, yeah. That's about where I am, 88 cents.
I mean, if the clay was cheaper with delivery, you could maybe look at getting standard clay delivered to you. Of course, freight is more expensive, but I mean, Laguna's so expensive.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have no idea if it would
I
actually
mean, how much could it
save
be
you money, but
if I ordered a ton? 53 cents. 1,000 pounds. $1,060. Gosh, that would be. I mean, if shipping was less than $500, it'd be worth it.
I mean, I got a quote from it was like a place in Georgia to ship down here. It was like $430 for the shipping for the freight, and I was like, oh my god, that's like way too much. But you just said less than $500, so. Ah! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the other problem with B-Mix and with most of their clays is the absorption is still like 3%, which is a challenge because water in the clay makes the pot heat up more in the microwave.
That's interesting.
So I like to tell people that my pots are, microwave and dishwasher safe. But are they?
They're safe. They're not going to blow up, but they're just going to get hot. I mean, all ceramics are going to get hot in a microwave.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do a test.
Ooh, this is
Joshua,
one
have
other
you
thing I
ever
wanted
made,
to mention. I was helping a lady
Mm.
on glazy. She was having some issues with a matte glaze that was shivering, and so we were looking into flux ratios and silica and alumina amounts. But what we came to realize is that on the sculptures she was doing, she was applying the glaze super duper thick. And thick glaze is like firing it hotter, which makes it run. And apparently, I didn't know this, but when the glaze moves, especially matte glazes, because they are precipitating silica as they go, so the glaze is crystallizing, as they move further down the pot, that glaze essentially has less and less silica, which changes the chemistry of the glaze. I had no idea about this, but it was super interesting to find out that thick glaze is essentially hotter glaze, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. Wow.
Pinholes in the bottom of bowls.
Pinholes. We have been getting some pinholes, huh? One, two, three, four. 5 more to go. I'm hitting a wall over here.
You said 5 more?
5 more.
I'm not sure about that.
Why is that?
Because we're 12 minutes away from 5:30.
Okay. Well, whatever we don't get done today, we'll do tomorrow first thing.
Well, I'm all out of clay.
All right, I guess we're gonna wrap it up too.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
are.
Big shout out to
It
Joshua
might be the first time
at
I've
the
thrown
Goods
50
Pottery.
pounds in this video in one day.
First live stream. Had a multi-stream
Yeah, that's
without even
cool.
trying.
Dude, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for including me in your stream today. This is so fun.
No, congrats on your first live stream throwing.
Sure,
That's
for
freaking
sure.
dope,
Congrats.
man. Keep it up. That's awesome. You did such a good job.
15 said, "Love y'all. See you soon."
Peace out, 15.
I'm gonna send you a picture of my dinner, 15.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to share that together. Bye.
Big shout out
All
to
right.
Josh.
Bye, Josh.
That was fun. Very talented
Yeah.
professor of pottery.
Seriously.
Very much appreciated all the support. He's been in the stream for a while now. Mm-hmm. Means a lot, honestly. All the people that were watching us during the time when we were getting ourselves monetized here, and now we can just thank you guys for all the support. So,
Yes.
really does mean a lot.
Means everything.
And looking forward to seeing Joshua's Instagram drop. Website drop.
Website drop.
live stream schedule announcement soon. Possibly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm turning the computer off.
All right,
Big shout out to
guys.
15.
Thank
Everyone in the
you.
chat. Let me see. Cora Sims, Bloodleaf. Bob Harrison was
Bob
here.
Harrison.
We had Hugo Pierre Camaron. We had Alden. We had Amanda T.
Wow, killer,
Timothy
guys.
McGlynn. We
Way to-
had Droll Gamers. Yule Speedster. Everybody.
Quick shout out.
To
Way
who?
to end the stream with a live order.
When?
Just now.
No.
Right now, we got a live
Show
order.
me the time.
It doesn't have a timestamp.
All
It just
right.
came through. It literally said now on my notification.
Let me put
That's
up the
how fresh
alert.
it is.
Live order. What is it?
It is one small hanging planter in Forest and another small hanging planter in Swamp Juice going to Neil in New Hampshire.
Neil in New Hampshire. Shout out to Neil.
Thank you. Yes,
All right,
guys.
have a good rest of your